They say the 1960s were the decade when the world learned to dream in color. And nowhere was that more true than in perfume. These weren't just fragrances, they were statements. Symbols of elegance, rebellion, and feminine power bottled in glass. In today's journey, we'll revisit 10 vintage perfumes from the 1960s you'll never forget. Scents that defined an era of glamour, freedom, and unforgettable allure. From Parisian salons to swinging London, each fragrance tells a story that still lingers in the air today. Stay with me until number 1, because our final perfume isn't just a scent, it's the very soul of 1960s sophistication. Estée Lauder Youth-Dew. Let's begin where the modern perfume revolution truly began, with a drop of daring. It was 1953 when Estée Lauder broke every rule. Women were told perfume was for men to buy, not for them to choose. So she created Youth-Dew, a bath oil that just happened to smell irresistible. By the 1960s, it had become the scent of empowered women everywhere. Dark amber, spicy clove, and sensual patchouli swirling like forbidden smoke. It was warm, rich, and unapologetically bold, a perfume that didn't whisper femininity, it declared it. Wearing Youth-Dew felt like rebellion wrapped in mink, a fragrance for the woman who'd stopped asking permission. Guerlain Chant d'Aromes. From bold rebellion to soft poetry, the delicate sigh of a French spring. Released in 1962, Chant d'Aromes, Song of Scents, was Guerlain's love letter to femininity. It opens with citrus and honeysuckle, then melts into jasmine, gardenia, and a creamy touch of sandalwood. It's the perfume of first love, soft-spoken, radiant, and utterly romantic. If Youth-Dew was a jazz lounge in New York, Chant d'Aromes is a Paris garden at dawn. There's something so tender about it, the way it lingers like a memory of laughter and lace gloves. One spray, and you're back in a world where elegance was effortless. Revlon Charlie. Now let's fast forward to a new kind of woman, the one who ran her own world. Charlie arrived at the tail end of the 1960s, bright, free, and fiercely independent. With its bold aldehydes, musky woods, and touch of floral crispness, it was made for women who worked, traveled, and lived without limits. The ad said it all, a woman in a pantsuit, confident, smiling, unstoppable. It smelled like liberation. Charlie wasn't about seduction, it was about self-assurance. It was the scent of a new decade dawning, modern, energetic, unforgettable. Balmain Ivoire. From power to poise, the scent of culture, ivory silk, and Parisian grace. Balmain's Ivoire was like stepping into a fashion house on Avenue George V, where elegance floated through the air like perfume itself. It's a beautiful blend of galbanum, orange blossom, and oak moss, crisp, green, and impeccably dressed. It smells like clean linen after champagne, like pearls against skin. This is refined nostalgia, a reminder of when fashion was art, and scent was its finishing touch. Wearing Ivoire feels like walking through Paris in the rain, wrapped in quiet confidence. Yves Saint Laurent I. Now we enter the house of YSL, where modernity met mystery. Created in 1964, captured Yves Saint Laurent's genius, that perfect balance between masculine and feminine, light and shadow. It opens with bright aldehydes and bergamot, but quickly deepens into oak moss, vetiver, and spicy clove. It's bold but introspective, like a silk blouse paired with a tailored blazer. You can smell the revolution brewing beneath its polished surface. Wearing My feels like standing at the crossroads of tradition and change, a woman stepping into her own power. Dernier Ambush. From refined Paris to something daring, dangerous, and a little wild. Ambush by Dana was the 1960s in a bottle, unrestrained, sensual, and magnetic. A smoky floral with amber, vetiver, and animalic undertones. It was made for women who wanted to be noticed. It was the scent of nightclubs, red lipstick, and whispered secrets in dim corners. Dangerous, absolutely, but irresistible all the same. Ambush didn't follow trends, it set them. It's a perfume that still commands attention today. Caron Eau de Reglisse. Now let's pause for something unexpected, a scent that whispers rather than shouts. From the storied house of Caron came Eau de Reglisse, a rare gem built around licorice and herbs. Fresh, aromatic, and quietly elegant, it was unlike anything else of its time. Imagine a breeze carrying notes of anise, mint, and soft vanilla over sun-warmed skin. It's contemplative, poetic, the scent of handwritten letters and café terraces. This was Caron's answer to the louder perfumes of its era, subtle sophistication in an age of boldness. Chanel No. 19. From quiet poetry to pure confidence, Chanel enters the stage. When Chanel No. 19 debuted in 1969, it stunned the world. Named for Coco Chanel's birthday, August 19th, it was her final masterpiece, a green, powdery iris scent that redefined femininity. No. 19 isn't sweet or soft, it's sharp, elegant, commanding. Galbanum, vetiver, and iris root create a cold, aristocratic beauty, the scent of pearls and power. It's not a perfume that asks for love, it demands respect. Wearing No. 19 feels like slipping into armor made of silk. Rochas, Madame Rochas. Now we move into the heart of timeless grace, the scent that defined Parisian femininity. Madame Rochas is the essence of chic. Created in 1960, it blends rose, jasmine, and iris with a powdery, aldehydic finish that glows like soft candlelight. It was the perfume of women who hosted soirées, wrote poetry, and left lipstick on crystal glasses. Classic, composed, and deeply romantic, it feels like the memory of a love letter sealed with perfume. Even today, Madame Rochas remains one of the most graceful scents ever made, an ode to eternal femininity. Patou Caline. And finally, the one that captured the heart of a generation. Caline by Patou, launched in 1964, was the tender soul of the 1960s. A blend of jasmine, hyacinth, and vanilla wrapped in a warm, musky base. It was soft, intimate, and utterly mesmerizing. It wasn't loud or commanding. It was personal, a perfume meant for moments close to the heart. It smelled like laughter in summer air, like the gentle confidence of a woman who knows herself. Caline was more than a fragrance, it was a feeling. And for those who wore it, it will forever remain unforgettable. And there you have it, 10 vintage perfumes from the 1960s you'll never forget. From Youth-Dew's bold glamour to Caline's tender warmth, these scents tell the story of a decade that changed everything. When women began to claim their voices, their style and their scent. Which of these classics do you remember or wish you could smell again? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this nostalgic journey, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell, because here we celebrate fragrance not just as perfume, but as memory, emotion, and time itself. Because in the world of scent, the past never really fades, it lingers.